Good evening. Excuse me. It's Wednesday night and time for another Facebook Live. While I'm giving you a chance to find me and join me, I'm going to get this shared over to my group in case there's somebody there looking for it. I hope y'all are having a good week. Sorry about that. It always takes a minute to get this where I can share it. There's a little bit of delay before it shows up on my laptop, so. Oh, yay! I just got a notification that K-State won their basketball game against TCU by 21. Welcome, Nancy. Glad you could join us. Are you back in Little Rock yet, or are you spending the last few hours with your new granddaughter? Hi, Betty. I'm just working on getting this shared over to the group. It always takes it. It seems like it takes it a minute. Hey, Debbie. I'm glad you get to join us. All right, I'm about got it shared. Just in case somebody is looking for it in the group instead of on this page. All right, there we go. Now it's... Hi, Allison. All right, are you all ready to get started? So I am using, this is the card we're going to make, and it's using this new butterfly set, which I absolutely love. It's butterfly. Yay. Nancy says she's still with the granddaughter. She's asleep right now. So this is butterfly Brilliance. That's not easy to say. And it is one stamp. So it's just one big stamp. And then there's a die set that goes with it. And I've showed you this before, but I just wanted, in case there was somebody joining us that didn't see this before, I wanted to show you this. There's a die set. So it has this one big die that cuts out that whole stamp at once. So it cuts out all those butterflies at once. There's some little dies that do some texture or cut out little blocks, little tiny butterflies. And then there are these that cut out overlays for the butterflies. And let me grab a couple of examples just so I can show you how those look, because I've got a couple over here. And the paper. We'll start with these. Okay, so this is one that I made that is using those overlays. So I just put it over some of the designer series paper. And I put Wink Stella on it. And then some of the paper, one of the pieces of paper is this one, and those all cut out with that same die too. So that's what this is. Remember, this is some more of the paper that goes with it. And then there's this natural paper that also is in the suite. So this butterfly paper, I've got some of it here. This I've almost used up a whole pack because it's so pretty. I've ordered some more too. This paper, and there's one missing here. I think it's this one. I have a little strip of it. This paper has gorgeous butterflies on one side and then just real pretty patterns on the other side. And it is only available while supplies last. So they're hoping it'll last for the month of March, but once it's gone, it's gone. That and the natural paper both are available only through March. This bundle will carry over into the next catalog, the next big annual catalog. So that's that. And then the other stamp set I'm using, we used this in class last week is the circle celebration. And it's just a bunch of fun circles. And so that's what I used on the background here. So I will show you. Of course, I did this in purple, my favorite color. But let's get to stamping. So I have a piece of purple posy, and I'll put all the dimensions on my blog once this is over. And because this circle set is photopolymer, I'm going to put my foam pad underneath. All right, and I just started down at the bottom. So the cardstock is purple posy. That is one of the colors that will be retiring. I think it's first part of May. When the new annual catalog comes out, we'll get new in colors, and purple posy is one of the colors that will be retiring, along with Seaside Spray and Rococo Rose and Terracotta Tile and Pretty Peacock, which I love almost all of those. I'm going to be really sad, and I probably should have inked this up before we did this because I can tell it's kind of light in the middle. But I'm going to stamp this one full strength here at the bottom. And then I'm going to stamp this one that has little flowers and I don't know what all. A pretty design. I'm going to stamp it off and stamp it, just connecting a little bit with that one. And then I'm going to take, this one's kind of hard to see, but it's just like little, almost looks like stitching lines to me. I'm going to stamp it full strength. Again, just kind of right next to that. And then this flower one, kind of a solid flower, we'll stamp it off. Put that there. And then I'm going to take this little tiny flower and do him full strength in different places. Just add a little bit more. There. Let's see if we can put one. Oh, I don't want to put it down too far because I forgot to do my sentiment. Because I need to put a little sentiment down there at the bottom. But I'm doing it in black, so even if that little flower is too close, it will still show up. Okay, that's all of the photopolymer stamping. So this, I'm just going to use my Memento Black. And this thank you is from another set, because the circle one and the butterfly, those don't have sentiments in them, so you've got to find something else. So this is Vine Design, and I just liked the font in here. So I'm just using the thank you. And I'm going to do it with Memento Black. And we're just going to do that right in the corner down here. There we go. All right. Now, that's all our stamping, but we still have to do our pretty butterfly. So I'm going to set that aside and let's get our butterfly out. Now, I went ahead and I have a whole bunch of butterflies now. They're called a kaleidoscope. Did you know that? A group of butterflies is a kaleidoscope, which is perfect. So I have a bunch of butterflies now that I can color for all sorts of different cards. So I just stamped that whole big stamp in black and then die cut the whole thing out at once. But we're going to color this with Purple Posy and Highland Heather. So Highland Heather is what we used to stamp, and that's also the card base that I used. And then Purple Posy is what we stamped on. So I have got my dark and my light Purple Posy. And I'm going to start with my dark this time. And I'm just going to put the dark just on, so I used Purple Posy on the upper wings. And so I'm just going to do my dark towards his body, because that's where it would be darkest. And then I'll take my light Purple Posy, try and stay in the lines, and blend that a little bit. And do the other side. These blends make it so easy to make gorgeous butterflies. I think I'll just do that sometime. I'll just sit down with all those ones that I stamped and cut out and just make all sorts of different colored butterflies. All right, and now I have my Highland Heather blend, so I'm going to take my dark and just do the same thing. I'll put a little bit of dark underneath that upper wing because it would be shadowed. And the nice thing about Stampin' Up! Is they give you these dark areas so you kind of know where it needs to be darker. And do the same thing on the other side. Again, dark underneath that wing. And down by his body. And a little bit out there. And then I'll take the light and this is the light Highland Heather. And just color that and then just blend it in a little bit so it blends nicely with that dark. Again, I'm trying to stay in the lines. These will bleed a little bit, so you don't want to go like right up to the line. Blend that a little bit. Needs a little bit more right there. All right. And then I wanted to color his body too, so I colored it with my light smoky slate. So I thought that would look good with the purples. There we go. All right, now our butterfly is done. Now you do want to be sure you've got scratch paper underneath of this because these blends will bleed through some. All right, we are ready to put this together now. So I have my card base. Oops. I'll fold it in half. Crease it with my bone folder. And then before we put this on, it needed a little something blingy. So this is, I forgot what it's called. It's like a mesh. And it was actually in, if I put on the dark, you can see a little better. It was actually in the holiday catalog. It was a Halloween ribbon. But it's beautiful, and I thought it looked really nice with the butterflies. So I'll just wrap that around. Sorry, I kind of got out of the frame there. And tape it on the back. And then we're ready to put this on our card base. So I've got my Stampin' Seal. Put this on our card base. And then we're ready for our butterfly. And so I wanted to put him up on dimensional, so I need to put a dimensional under this wing and this wing. So they are, here they are. So this one and this opposite one diagonally. And then he can just sit right there. And there you go. There's our butterfly cards. Now, again, I'll put the dimensions on my blog right after I get done here. I'll go out there and put those in those dimensions on my blog. And everybody that comments on this video will be in the drawing for this card. And I have been horrible about doing my drawings. So I'm going to try, since I never can remember on Sundays, to let you know who won the next week. Thank you, buddy. So I have like 3 weeks worth. Thank you, Allison. That I drew for tonight. So this one was the one we did with the gold gilded leafing. And Sandra won that. So I'll be sending that to her. This was our chicken card that we did a couple weeks ago. And Nancy won that one. So I'll send that to Nancy. And then this was the butterfly card that we did last week. And Allison won that one, so I'll be sending that to Allison. So I will try, like right before I'd get on to do this video, I'll draw for last week's. Thank you, Jackie. You're going to get one of these in the mail, Jackie. This is my swap also for Kay's team. So I'll try and do the drawing like right before the video. And then hopefully I will do better about getting these all drawn for you. The last thing, I forgot to have it over here to show you. But today is the last day to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. So if you don't already get Paper Pumpkin, let me know. I'll also put in the comments, or in the comments of this video, a link to sign up. You get, I do have this next month, they have a free gift for everybody. So if you sign up by today, then you get these 4 stencils free along with your kit. So I will put a link to that in the comments too. And if you need anything, be sure and reach out. You can always find all my information on creatingwithcindy.com, or you can reach me by email at creatingwithcindy@gmail.com. All right, I think that's it, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next Wednesday.